Okay, so this is a relationship that I always kind of had in the back of my mind. I always had this thought in the back of my mind of like, what would this be like if these two characters dated, and how bad it could be for everybody else. And that is Washu from Tenchi Muyo and Rick from, of course, Rick and Morty. Now, the reason why I kind of thought these two would make an interesting couple is because of how bad they would be for each other. When you get right down to it, these two they would break up. Like, this would just be a hit it and quit it kind of relationship for the two of them, because both Rick and Washu predicate to one thing. They claim to be and desire to be the smartest person in the universe. And I think Rick and Washu would both have a fight over, like, they would both kind of argue. But could you imagine the shit they would create? This would be more like a booty call kind of relationship, because Rick literally can't be, Rick is a very self-destructive person, but I think he would be attracted to Washu's, like, intellect. And could you just imagine, like, it would probably be an argument first, and then it would kind of snowball into them, waking up the next morning after a ton of hate sex. And it would just be kind of one booty call after another, honestly. And that's the thing, is that I don't see this as kind of like an endearing, like, oh, I love you kind of relationship. It's more like, fuck you, bitch, and, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. My room, 10 minutes. Alright, fuck you. Yeah, don't lie, this is exactly how it would go. This is 100% how this relationship would go. Because the thing is that Rick is a self-destructive person, and yeah, Washu would catch on to that very, very quickly, but I think she would be attracted to his mind, and probably forsake that for a little bit, as long as, she got to be, yeah, I'm smarter than some, blue-haired drunk human, and, Rick would be like, nah, bitch, I'm way smarter than you. Because here's the thing. I think another reason why I think this relationship wouldn't last long is because Washu is pretty much a more stable Rick. She's really a more stable version of Rick. No, really, when you think about it, that's exactly what she is. Washu is incredibly intelligent, is flagrantly disregards people in her family, friends and family, for their safety for her own research, and just blatantly breaks the laws of physics and, the laws of nature multiple times for her own self-benefit, and just to prove, hey, I'm smarter than everybody else. In fact, I would not be shocked if there is a Council of Washu somewhere out in the multiverse. But yeah, Washu is pretty much Rick if Rick could get his shit together. And I think that's another reason of why I don't think this relationship would last long, is because Rick would probably see that. He would just see, like, it's a cleaner version of himself, and I think, like, deep down, he would want to either try to destroy that for, just to make himself feel better, or leave Washu, or make Washu leave him by being an outrageous ass to her. Because I don't think he'd want to destroy that, because I think he would see Washu as the pure version he always wanted to be. So I think that would be kind of the idea, is that would just be like they would get into it, and before either of them could like form feelings, Rick would just be like, nope, I'm cutting this off, I'm too self-destructive for this shit, and I destroy everything I touch. I mean, look at my fucked up family, look at my fucked up multiverse, all me, baby, all me. So that would be the big thing. I don't see this as a romantic relationship, but I definitely see, like, there would be an attraction there, if only for, like, mental and, shall we say, physical stimulation. So that would be my, that's kind of my takeaway on this. And, I know it's kind of a little, it's supposed to be crossover pairings, but let's be real, guys. Rick and Washu, their true love is science and themselves. That's really all you can really say about these two, is that they love only two things: science and themselves. It'd be really difficult to have them love someone other than themselves in these kind of particulars, shall we say. So that's kind of that's kind of how I see this, relationship kind of going, essentially. I could imagine them, like, again, going back to their inventions. Could you imagine what they'd create in their spare time, or when they're together? Just kind of these horrible multiverse-ending machines, and they'd be like, okay, let's turn them on, and Rick, Morty, Summer, and everyone at the Masaki household will be like, no, 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 no. And could you imagine drunk? Well, no, we've seen drunk Washu. I take that. I was about to say, could you imagine Washu drunk? We've seen Washu drunk in the OVA, so and Tenchi universe. So it's not too far away. But could you imagine her getting Rick level drunk? Here. Actually, you know what? Side note: here's some to any major editors out there, YouTube editors out there, and AMV makers. I got a little bit of homework for you. I'd like to see some clips of Rick and Morty done over, but with Washu as Rick and Tenchi as Morty. Yeah, Washu and Tenchi. Not as clever as not as much of a ring to it like Rick and Morty, but yeah. When you think about it, yeah, Washu and Tenchi would make it just have them in scene, just have Tenchi Muyo scenes, but the audio is dubbed over with Rick and Morty, with Washu as Rick and Tenchi as Morty. I don't know if that's a thing already, honestly. I don't, but I'd like that to be a thing. So there you go. There's your homework for the day, YouTube editors. Go out and make that abomination a reality. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying with this video, back with the original subject of this video, I honestly believe that these two would have a rivalry, and then it would be kind of like booty call, and then go back, then they'd hate each other. That's the cycle of Washu and Rick, because yeah, Washu, Rick is a self-destructive person. Washu cares only about herself and her science. Although, granted, she does care about her family to some extent, but yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of the idea of Washu and Rick in a relationship? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later.